if there are additional comments or questions on the report from staff on the fiscal 19 close and the fiscal 20 first quarter update, we can get to those. I have a number of questions, but I don't want to keep everyone waiting while we ask our questions about other aspects of the budget. So I would just like to suggest, let's address our questions and comments to the motion, and then we can continue discussion of the budget after we vote on the motion. So, Councilmember Parker.
Okay, then I'll streamline my comments. First off, I want to thank the Capoeira Art Center for coming out. It's very inspirational, really amazing. You know, so you guys know, but I wonder if everyone else knows that Capoeira itself was a coded dance. It was a martial art by the slaves in Brazil. They would practice fighting, make it look like a dance. And this is instructive because that's a beautiful struggle, if you will, right? And so tonight you've come here, quite entertaining, very beautiful, but in reality what you're communicating and articulating to this body is the struggle of finding a home in a time of increased real estate prices and an extreme shortage. of funding and also the lack of support for the arts that exists in our country. So I'm proud to support you, and I'm proud to vote for your funding for this. And I do encourage this body to take deeper steps to support arts and also to engage, and everyone in the community too, to engage with the Loan Administration Board and start businesses and come to us for loans because we want to help you succeed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for the clarification that we should just speak to your motion. So are we going to vote and then have an opportunity to talk about the rest of the budget? Okay, well, so in that case, I will keep my comments very brief. I want to thank all of the members of the community, of the Capoeira community who came tonight to share with us how important this cultural institution is to you. It kind of warms my heart just because you are in District 1 and I want to make sure that you are there for decades to come. It is really a... you can clap. I do want to acknowledge that you are a microcosm of a broader challenge for arts and creative institutions and people to continue to have a place in Berkeley and in the wider Bay Area. So I'm really grateful to the mayor that we can find this opportunity to make this motion and find the funding to support you to be able to acquire your building so you have the security of knowing that you have your space. And I thank Councilmember Wengraf because it can sometimes be hard to be that fiscally responsible person in the room. I sometimes have to play that role, but I hope that we can just that we can do that due diligence very efficiently this week and move forward. I also want to note, I think this came up in public comment, that it's important to have an open and transparent process for all arts and cultural organizations to seek assistance from the city. And that's really important to me. And I just want to note that I did put forward a referral that a number of council members co-sponsored to send to the Civic Arts Commission to develop a structure so that we can have a grant program so that when the next organization needs assistance to be able to stay in Berkeley, we can evaluate that against some of the other needs that arts and cultural organizations have. And I'm committed to seeing that come back and having that be an opportunity as well. So again, thank you very much, and I'm ready to vote.
Okay, thank you. So before we vote, I want to just say that I'm very moved by the overwhelming community support that we've seen over the past several months for providing city support for BrasArte, and actually it came to my attention several months ago that you were going to be forced out of your property and that the building was going to be sold, and I was deeply concerned about the imminent closing of this important cultural center And so I want to thank Laura and the staff at BrasArte for working with my office and working with Councilmember Kesarwani to work with us to bring this proposal forward. Somebody had said during public comment that it's important that we look at how we provide funding through an equity lens. And we provide funding for a lot of amazing cultural organizations in Berkeley, but I think it's important that we allocate our dollars to support a diversity of cultural groups in our city. And this is such an important community in Berkeley that we should continue to maintain. And so I'm very excited that we're taking the step tonight. With that, let's call the roll.
Okay, to approve $150,000 in funding and forgivable loan from excess property transfer tax, and with the amendment that the organization will submit financial documentation to the Office of Economic Development for review, and then we'll be deferring other funding allocations to the December 3rd City Council meeting.
That wasn't part of the motion, the deferral of the funding
Okay.
allocations. We'll take that up after this.
Oh, okay. Councilmember Kesarwani?
Yes.
Davila?
Yes.
Bartlett?
Yes.
Harrison?
Yes.
Hahn?
Yes.
Weingraff?
Yes.
Robinson?
Yes.
Drosty is absent. And Mayor Arreguín?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Thank you so much for coming tonight and for all of your advocacy on this issue. We're going to move on to discussing the rest of the budget. You're welcome to stay if you like. As we go to council members, if we can maybe limit our comments to 5 minutes, if that's possible. And I'll just say that I think we should start the discussion tonight and then continue a decision on any other potential allocations to December 3rd. The Budget and Finance Policy Committee's meeting on Friday at 2 o'clock.